You drink a ton of water, but you've been sweating like crazy.
Right.
You're already starting to get towards dehydration. So you need to drink lots and lots of water. Like I said earlier, I recommend you take a bottle of water into the water with you. When I go to the water, I'm not in for more than 15 to 20 minutes at a time. The reason why is I like to give my body a break from this accelerated dehydration. So I go in, keep drinking throughout the whole time, go in, float, enjoy yourself, put some mud on, and then after about 20 minutes come out, go to the freshwater showers. They have showers all along the shore, and rinse yourself off. Make sure you get all the salt off, and then go sit in the shade, get out of the sun, and start hydrating once again. Give it 5 minutes, whatever you want, and when you're ready, go back into the water. If you start to feel lightheaded in any way, get out of the water and go sit in the shade as quick as possible, stopping at the shower on the way. You always want to start with rinsing off the water, because if you don't, the salt is still going to be on your skin and your body's still going to absorb it and continue to dehydrate. Okay? That's just worst case scenario, so don't let it get that bad. When you get in the water, it's very, if you've never been in before, it's very unnatural to get in a body of water that you don't sink. So what I always do is I sit down like you're sitting in a seat. And as soon as you start to do that, you'll feel your legs start to kick out from underneath you. Let it happen. Don't fight it. If you fight it, that's when bad things start to happen. You start flailing your hands and you blind everyone around you. Because if you get any of this water in your eyes, it will sting like crazy. Okay? So let your feet kick out. I always put my hands up in the air like I'm riding a roller coaster. Your feet come up, your hands are up, you're golden. As soon as you put your hands in the water, you can no longer touch your face. Even if you do this thing 1,500 times, you're not going to get the oil off. So once your hands go in the water, do not touch your face until you rinse it off with fresh water on the shore. This is also one of the reasons why I told you to bring the bottle of water in to the Dead Sea with you. Because if you do get Dead Sea water in your eyes, you can rinse it out immediately with the fresh water floating in that bottle next to you. The bottle will float as well. But if you go in the water with a bottle of water, make sure you leave with a bottle of water, preferably empty. Okay? So just don't leave anything. We don't want to send notes over to Jordan. They don't appreciate it. So please do that and you'll be golden. When you go down into the water, remember the shore is filled with mud. The mud is not always the same level when you step into it. So I mentioned it's kind of like sinkholes, for lack of a better term. It's not going to swallow you up, but just because your left foot is at one level and you step at the right foot doesn't mean you're going to be at the same level. So take every step very carefully, very gingerly. Watch your step as you enter the water until you decide to float. Once you float, it doesn't matter where the mud is, you're going to float. Okay? Does that make sense? Do not go in with silver. If you're wearing silver, silver tarnishes in the Dead Sea. It doesn't mean it will, but if it does, you've been warned. If you wear gold and it's not 14 karat gold or higher, it might also tarnish. So I would recommend to not wear that as well. What was your question?
Where are we going to leave our things?
You can leave anything you don't want to carry on the bus. If you're changing stuff, take it down to the beach with you. They do have lockers, but you have to rent them. And I think you can only rent with a credit card. It's safe, but you have to use a credit card.
Are we going to be able to take our phones to take pictures of each other floating?
Absolutely. But just remember, don't take your phone into the water with you.
We can leave it with our clothes?
Yeah, leave it with your clothes. Have someone on the shore take a picture while you're in there if you want. You won't all be in there at the exact same time, so. No.
I guess
No, but you can buy water. Well, you can buy it on the bus if you want. It's cheaper. Guys, it is always cheaper to buy the water on the bus than it is at the site. They have a bar down by the water, but, you know, it's very expensive.
I'm empty.
Oh, Joshua's not on the bus. Well, let's do this. This is once again a Democratic bus. Our fearless leader is not on the bus. It's 4 o'clock. Is it 4? It's 3. 3. How long do you guys want to float for? We'll start with 1 hour and work up. Does anybody want to float for 1 hour? Floating, I mean floating and changing and on the bus in 1 hour. We need to see hands. I can't see nodding heads. So one person wants 1 hour. Who wants an hour and a half? Raise your hand. One sounds better as you raise your hand for 1.5?
No, 1.5.
I didn't know what that
1.5 sounds better. Oh, I got you. Okay, 1.5. Who wants 2? Okay, let's do this. If we don't all vote, we're staying for 30 minutes. Okay? So who wants 1 hour? Oh, okay. One more. Hold on. Keep your hands up. Gotta
I didn't know
count.
what the next
One.
option
That
It
includes
goes one
changing.
every 30 minutes.
Changing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who wants an hour and a half? Okay, 1.5 it is. So it is, let's see here, 3:20. Oh boy.
That's not good.
4:50.
1 hour and 15 minutes.
Okay, so 5 o'clock on the bus, y'all.
Yo!
That's a y'all.
Yo!